Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say bravo, a champion.
Damion Crawford, Comrade Damion, is someone I have worked with from his YO days, when I was General Secretary and he was President of the YO. We have not always agreed on everything, but that is what you get in a democratic party. But I find that we are agreeing more and more on the fundamental things, like the Constitution, like the state of emergency. He had a disappointment in East Portland, one that all of us shared with him. But he has not been daunted by it. And we expect that he will come back harder and that the people will forward with Crawford. When I meet the young people in my constituency, because that is where the future is coming from. And you know, as I stand here, I have to point out to you and introduce one of the rising stars in the constituency, a constituency famous for track athletes. There on my left is one of our star athletes, Anisha, stand up. Anisha Lawrence from Banana Grove. Star athlete, Carifta medal winner, champs, gold medal winner, etc. And we have produced 2 Olympic gold medalists from Banana Grove already. And I am predicting that she will be the third. Comrades, please help me to welcome Comrade Damion Crawford.
First thing, I have to make a request. Because I hear that Banana Grove produce all these athletes. Yes. So I have to go try to get my wife from Banana Grove now. I can't go there. Alright. I'll never see if I can get an athlete son. I have to go for KC, yeah. Forever 40s. Comrades at the platform, special good afternoon to you. Comrade Mayor, good evening to you, sir. Comrade Elephant and other councillors, council caretakers, good afternoon. And Comrade Bounty, good afternoon, sir. Or them say good evening. When you're leaving, it's a good night. And the other day, as I say, I was in Senate and I have to tell the Labour rights to put some respect on Comrade Bunting's name. And as some people say, you see, if you fight each other, you only have 24 hours, you know. If you take 4 hours and fight each other, you only have 20 hours to fight the enemy, you know. So therefore, every hour when we have, I don't really want to waste it. I want to fight the enemy. And Comrade Bunting is not the enemy. So I told them to put some respect on his name because, as he has highlighted, in his tenure as Minister of Security, he performed better in every year than their best year. But they're selling this narrative like they are the only ones against crime. And somehow we are for crime. So I said, let us look upon the reality, let's look upon the history, let's look upon the evidence. You see, I like maths because from my born 1 + 1 are 2. Until my dead, 1 + 1 will be 2. But me a pre-history because history a change up itself every now and again. First time I go in a history class, them say Columbus discovered Jamaica. Then me hear say Harry was there before him. I'm confused. History a reignite itself, to rewrite itself. So I say, let us look at which party based on history is for crime and criminals. Because this cabinet, the Jamaica Labour Party cabinet, except for Bruce Golding, is the same cabinet that risk it all for us.
Exactly.
This cabinet, the Jamaica Labour Party cabinet, is the same cabinet that sold the nation down the river for a man who admitted in himself that he was a criminal. Let us look at which party is for crime and criminality.
Amen.
No one in this party had a letter from a deputy commissioner to say that they are the biggest criminal element in the country. And none of us have been accused of rescuing a criminal from the police and the arms of arrest.
No one in the PNP.
They then try to change history and say we are politicizing crime. Now let me tell you something. If it have to do with policy implementation or policy development, it is a political issue. So crime is a political issue. Politicization is a different thing. It is seeking political advantage from the issue. That's politicization. But having an opinion is necessary if it's policy, because politics creates policy. So crime is a political issue. It is an issue that the PNP say, I will handle it this way, and the JP say, I will handle it that way, and the people say, we choose A, B, or Bullfoot. So the biggest politicization, seeking political advantage from crime, came when Andrew Holness went on stage and said, if you vote for the PNP, basically you will be murdered. And if you vote for the JLP, you will be safe. To say that I don't agree with their approach is not politicization. That's a political conversation based upon an ideological differentiation. But he said that your windows will be open if you vote that's seeking advantage. He said you will be killed. That's seeking advantage. That's politicization. But you see, because they have sought to keep us so uneducated, they think we're all uninformed. But from within my Portland, I tell them, I am a warrior, a justice warrior. We have with knowledge, we go a college. So when they come with these things, they can't show it for me. So I go to the Senate and I said to them, all right, make a case for the state of emergency. And the problem is, most Jamaicans don't think them deserve better. So they take whatever they get. So when we look even upon me soon come to it, the schools now will exist. The school pop down and now provide nothing, but think you deserve nothing, so you just go and go to school. The clinic pop down and now provide nothing, but think you deserve nothing, so you just go and go to the clinic. And all we are demonstrate for is road. Road is the least used social infrastructure by the poor, We not think of these things, And the rich, really, them start premium from where they are because they must say me a fight the system. This house don't need painting, This house need demolition and reconstruction. So therefore, I am uncomfortable, and I'm going to make those who are comfortable uncomfortable until I become comfortable. So when I meditate upon it, I'm telling you that there's social infrastructure, things that government provide, like road and schools and hospitals. The rich can avoid school, government school, in own school, or in pay for private school. The rich can avoid hospital. Like Siaga, they are foreign. And we don't politics it out because at the end of the day, one of our brethren dead that come from foreign. That was Roger Clark. But if me really sick, me go seek best health care. Me not lick out on a man to seek the best health care that exists. But don't come and state that health care is great when you are seeking better health care. That means you're a liar. But the rich can avoid public hospital. But the rich cannot avoid public road. So that is why all through our years, government keep on building road, improving road and not improving schools. And improving roads and not improving hospitals. And when you look at the roads that improve, it's the main road, the off road where you use don't improve. But true, me have a van, me will take 6 trips a day. You will go to work and come back, take 2. And I'm alone in my van and a 40, and you in a bus, just meditate, man. The only thing we get for road is work. 1 week and 2 week work. Now, am I burning out road? No. But me I say, why is it that is only road? What about all the other things? What about the things where benefit we? What about water? So anything where the wealthy cannot escape, they demand. And that's why I'm tell them youth, I say them don't vote. If you cannot escape government, choose government. If you cannot escape public hospital, you choose who manage public hospital. Because for some reason, Cornwall Regional still don't fix. And they're going to say this is not a JLP problem. It is whoever is in government problem. When PNP is in government, it is a PNP problem. And when JLP is in government, it is a JLP problem. But that is not being handled. So when I hear the man them come to parliament and say they want state of emergency, I said, give me a reason why the rights of the people should be trampled. Explain to me, what have you gained in 12 months when you had the state of emergency? So I can predict for myself how much more months you need. They said 56 gangs is in St. James, 56 gangs. I said, in 12 months, how much are the 56 you catch? How much you dismantle? So that we can say if you dismantle 1 in a year, we need 56 here. So yeah, do the maths. Asian brain. Them say 0. Now in a mathematics, you can't divide by 0. Because the result of 0 is infinity. Which means they need unlimited years. Because them catch no gang. In 12 months. 365 days. Now I could have gone down to hours, but some laborers won't understand what we're discussing. We go further and say to them, you said 20 of the greatest violence producers in St. James were not charged. 4 months after, have they been charged?
Not one.
The answer is no. No, you detain 12,000 people and you don't catch the worst 20. I think the worst 20 was the first 20 that you'd have detained. Them things are no politics conversation. These are logics. That if you know he is the 20 worst, then you must have information that make you know he's the 20 worst. You can't just feel that he's the 20 worst. So now that you know, in 12 months, you get 1 out of 20? Not one? So I look upon him and I say, when I look in the Bible, because he's a Bible man, he's a Jesus man. Let your yea be yea, and let your nay be nay. Because nothing has been proven to me. They have disrespected the nation by not even giving a report on the last 12 months. to say this is what we achieved and this is what we aimed. They are so high and mighty because, as Bunting said, they think they have the media. Some of them afraid and some of them paid. So the headlines now don't reflect the facts. I see the JLP buy $240 million worth of motor vehicle, and the headline says, wholeness to change motor vehicle policy. Of course you're going to change motor vehicle policy because you have one bottom and buy two vehicles, so therefore you must change it after that. Him alone have two range. And there was a big deal that PNP do 60 million. But the headline now, if you don't read the full article, you don't know. So when Bunting come and I say they're corrupt, Bunting doesn't just say corrupt, they're thieves. So, me they only have 2 million and them have 20 million. That not change nothing. They will thief 19. So they only have 1 million. Where is that not effective? They are very effective in the thieving. So the money available to them is not the money available to the country. So when a guy come and say, all politicians, if I was Minister of Education, the money would not be stolen. So all politicians are not thieves. They went in this election and searched everything that I did. And when they come to Portland, Juliet only say, he left money in the CDF, him a wicked. I never have to take money, so I left the money that wasn't spent. They cannot say that because what should be spent is taken. And all of a sudden, no, that is acceptable. All of a sudden, running a government like a mafia is acceptable. All of a sudden, nobody's willing to say that this can't be, because I have never seen this before. I've never seen a contractor general make a statement, say a man gave a beach for free, and all of a sudden, an anonymous letter come that the contractor general supposedly raped somebody. That is a mafia style. I have seen where accused politicians say that I disagree with your findings, and me go come and get me lawyer for discuss it. I've never seen a man say put up or shut up. I have seen where a man say I feel that it was value for money, but I never see a man say don't talk or we are lose investor. If a beach is for free, it should be for the people of this nation. Overhead can't get $1. But as soon as a rich man come. So when I say PNP people, let me tell you something. I am not fighting for the party, you know. I'm fighting through the party. Me I fight for my country. I'm fighting for the nation that I am comfortable with. And I'm fighting for when my youth come, that his circumstance is easier than mine. So when a man say, yo, who in charge? It don't matter who in charge to me. When a man say, who a quarrel? It don't matter who a quarrel to me. I am saying I am uncomfortable with this society. That's why when we go down to Portland, them say, yo, you said things where you're not to say. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. There can be no change until we acknowledge that there is a problem. So I apologize to you because I know every PNP that depends on me if you take this one. And everyone was expecting us to take this one. And we're going on it. with our greatest effort. But when I hear people say PNP can't win because we lose, I could go back to history. History will revise itself. 2007,
I said it.
Portia couldn't lose, and she lost. Who remember that?
Run 3 by election.
That's why they come at about their Jamaican first. Me, her father say, I'm Jamaican first. She have to declare first because she's something second. I am Jamaican only. So if one man in the race, nobody comes second. It's one country in my race. But Vaz was one of those that was dual citizen. We go by election. We lose. Mir was one of those.
Yes.
We go by election. We lose. We go shine now. We're so afraid that we lose. We don't bother go. We don't go like we don't remember that. 2007.
In 2011.
Them boss and Joe and say young people time. They say look at this shiny guy, he's young and bright. And after the first speech, them all the same young, them take off the bright. What talking, man? That's how me end up run. Because it was young people time. So them say for young people time, see our young people here. And them call for me and say, Rasta, go up a East Rural. Them call for Dayton and say, go down a St. Ann. Them call for Raymond and say, go St. Elizabeth. And the night of election, 41 was in. And East Rural was out. 1,000 behind. Harborview not coming yet.
Oh God, like a battlefield.
I go down the HQ and HQ silent, waiting, because they were 90 and 9. Boy, like a yellow on the stickers. And when the Rasta come through, 42 to 21. Nekuta. 2016, PNP couldn't lose. Talk to me now. I want me to what them say. Audley Shaw is under pressure. You remember? One day, it's pinned down. You remember the day with me, PJ Patterson, you, John Jr., Upper Christiana, KD. I say Audley Shaw is under pressure. When I walk the market, as everybody will take picture, they put up all color loop over here. Remember? Now maybe it's now under pressure, you know? But the results of 2016, JLP stage couldn't hold JLP people. They were so sure they were going to lose. And PNP blocked a road.
Yes. Sure, so we are winning.
Talk to me now, man.
Sure, so we are winning.
When I watched the TV tonight, one time every seat JLP was leading. May I wonder if me a dream? How much are we nearly dropped down?
How much are we sleeping days? How much are we sleep?
I don't wake up for days. So sure that the PNP was going to win. And the reason I don't wake up is because I want the dream done.
Nightmare.
The nightmare should end. Come now, man. So now when me and I say PNP can't win, he's a marksman. I know one by election keep. Mark Golding won a by-election, you know. Somehow we forget that we win, you know. Angela Brownberg won a by-election, you know. We forget that we win. A councillor won a by-election. We forget that we win. Or a Portmore mayor by-election. We forget that we win. Councillor replace Angela Brownberg. Run and win. They run a by-election in St. Mary. We get 78 less than we get. We have all our PNP still. Because some dead and some gone foreign and some never ready yet and some never remember say election day. She was in Mandeville. Lock up. Yeah. We have to discuss how we are going to get them out. We run another one in Portland. What happened now? We get 1,000 more than we get 2016. PNP have not changed. But when you run against a government, you see, I know these things because I have experienced it, you know. They say my eyes have seen. Not just the glory of the story. When you run against a government, he goes into an area and says, well, you don't have road, I'll give you road. And on the day road are fixed. Him go in a yard with 13 people and say, you picnic them hungry, I'll put you on part. He goes on a farm and says, you want fertilizer? You are running against yourself. Because he takes your money and campaign against you. Not only that, which contractor going to give you money when government is running against you? Which businessman will fight government? But when real election now, there's no government. Every man for himself. And every man equal. So the man will give him 100 million this time. He will give him 60 million next time. But he'll give us 40 million for hedging bet. Just in case. You have an edge. Sometimes you see a pretty girl and you build up your confidence. But you can't make the next girl when you're so pretty see when you go over there because if you get a no. Marriott knows what I'm talking about. It happens to him all the time. So when we look at these people saying we can't win, it's madness. The JLP will always have more money than the PNP. And have always had more money than the PNP. But they has never had more people than the PNP. Because when it comes to change, the People's National Party has been the party of change. So when you say me, don't cry for me, Argentina. Because a winner never lose. Him only learn. And I learned some things out of Portland. I learned first of all that Donkey was right when he said the world on a level. And I said, why does a donkey say the word? Why not cow? Why not dog? Why not goat? Why have to be donkey? Because donkey is the duncest thing. That's why them say you're a jackass, a dunce. If the duncest thing knows the world on a level, we should know. So I learned the world on a level. Because this lady was able to put out an advertisement against me, saying that me disrespectful, saying that I'm a trickster, saying that I'm selfish. And I can't go on it and say she don't know how much parish exists. As soon as me say she not so exposed to knowledge, everybody quarrel. And the problem is, what she said about me in a paid advertisement, night after night, 7 times in the news, was not true. What I said about her was the total opposite of not true. But Donkey said the world not level because everybody jumped to her protection. She could kick me in the face, but I can't touch her upon the shoulder. Which politician would not use the other politician, their opponent, not knowing how much parish in a nation? Which politician? Tell me, man. Had I said it, she would rightly use it. But no. But let me show you the word in 11. At the same time, the whole of Jamaica was saying Righteous King now no sense, and nobody jumped to his protection.
Yeah. Nobody.
But all of a sudden, the truth is an offense for some people. And now the JLP has started a campaign against education, where they said beautiful speaking. And more recently, a man that I rate as the principal of a university is coming to say that education that is overrated. It is a lie from the bottom of the pit of hell. Because beautiful looking cannot put food on table. It might have put short-term food. Because some of our girls now, we have make some people take advantage of them. Because their breast is up and their bottom is out. Understand, by biological design, there will be a day that your breast is down. Not laugh, you know. Talk about it, you know. That the little girls who are here making fun, man, come and take advantage of them to do things that their wives will not even think of doing. Give them a 10 grand and send them home telling them that they are winning. They will lose. You invite me to that, you tell me about engage. Every day I engage. I'm time for we married now. Too much engage. Married now. We are talking about empower. That freedom is based on choice. If a girl wants to do her X-rated things by choice, it is not my place to tell her not to do it. But if she have to do it to eat, to pay rent, to buy clothes, then there is no choice. She's a slave. Understand what I say? So when she comes and even though her stomach can't bear what she's been asked to do, her stomach can worse not bear the worms of hunger. We don't see them a drive through the community. We don't see some people where had they been broke, them couldn't get no relationship because they don't look attractive. But because them have money now, them ugly. And because we worship money. Because that is the problem now in Jamaica. The poor is celebrating what we don't have. The rich cost everything we don't have, you know. I run against a rich lady who said education is important because she had little. Had she had a lot, it is important. He would have come in like me, come to you now and I say, we don't feel like ballet and me a rasta. That don't make no sense. How comes that those who have integrity is second to those who have money? How comes those who have honesty is second to those who have money? How comes those who have kindness is second to those who have money? How comes you need nothing in this country again other than money to be someone and to do something? And we are now making it worse by demanding from everyone money. You don't want him to be a councillor kind broke. We don't want him to be the MP kind broke. We don't want a walk foot man. And the walk foot man would have love you and adore you and take care of you. A man who run every morning healthy and well is second to a big fat man who for heart soon stop. Because he have money. These are things we have to talk to the people. Because politics have been incorrectly understood. It is not what I can do for you, is what I can do to you. It is a transformation of the people. The process of politics must take humans in and put better humans out. Must take a citizen in and put an improved citizen out. So when you tell me about empowered, how we are going to empower people when you still have primary school on shift? You don't know about them thing, yeah? A primary school is on shift. It means that a 7-year-old is getting herself ready at 11 o'clock. Either that or her mother is unemployed. That is what we call 2 negatives. In maths, 2 negatives give you a positive. In life, 2 negatives don't give you a positive. And you have a 12-year-old that is going home at 11 or 12 with nobody to pay attention to her until 7, surrounded by eyeglass who have no good intent. So when I see the little girl named Mackerel, and we take it for a joke, Mackerel don't get equal protection like the lady from Portland. Why not?
Why not?
But Mackerel says she got pregnant at 12. You talk to me, no man. Because we have schools at shift. If we have primary schools on shift, explain to me how the government's priorities a new parliament building. $1 billion for a new parliament building when we have schools on shift. So I'm not trying to divide the nation between man and woman. Them say I was sexist. Me never say nothing because I thought they say I was sexy. But then me learn say them say I'm sexist. Me not try to divide it between man and woman. Me not try to divide the country between black and white. Me not try to divide the country between rich and poor. I am dividing the country with conscience and no conscience. Those who have no conscience over there and those who have conscience over here. And if you have conscience, you could not seek to spend $1 billion on a parliament building when we have tens and tens of schools, primary school, on shift. I have to assume, therefore, that it is the amount of kickback that they expect, the amount of thievery that they can do. Because I don't know why I'm afraid to talk. But if the JLP have 40 thieves, the leader of the JLP might be Alibaba. But all of a sudden you can't talk. You can't say. how the hell them so rich. Where they got 300 million from in Poland. But the people accused were his closest friends. Which one of my friend who know what me stand for can come go on with some foolishness around me? He might hide when time him know what me stand for. But we go on like we don't want to talk. We go on like we don't want to acknowledge that if it is that we have situations now, 161 schools in Jamaica, only 40 have a 50% chance of 5 subjects. 121 have a less than 50% chance. That is not a picnic problem. That's a systematic problem. That is a reality that we face because everybody who can walk and talk can learn. None of we never born a talk. We learn for talk. None of we never born a walk. We learn for walk. So how comes our picnic them bright at 9 months but dunce at 19? And when I go to them and say, youth, those who do more work in school do less work after school and get more pay. And those who do less work in school do more work after school and get less pay. If you think it's a lie, look on a construction site. The one mixing the cement get 2 grand. The one pointing where he should carry it, 2 mil. But the one we appoint is an architect. Them don't want this message. So them start to resist me. Them start to fight me. Them start to use some people who say them a news agency, but them an advertisement agency. For take 1 second out of my speech. Because they want somebody to wash their toilet. They want somebody to clean them house. They want somebody to be them security guard. But let me remind you, when you see a security with a dog, the security name once and the dog name twice. He cannot afford. So when we say, when the PNP win back, them have to kick me out if we not do something about contract work. We want those with conscience over here and those without conscience over there. Because a man at work same hours as the dog and he can't live like the dog, man. Let's go. How much youth you know? 8 subject. How much cape? Do what they should do at Manchester High, at Belleair, at Black River, at States. And when time comes to go university, him and his mother look on one another and say, who have a plan? How much you know? Somehow, we have people qualified for be tractors and run taxi. Yeah. If you take a tractor and run a taxi, it's an inefficient tractor. We have lawyers in a call center. We have people should have run hotel, a cashier, a wholesale. Every black man starts selling supermarket now. One time you used to look up to who own shop in your community. Because they look like you, want them better off. No, nobody don't look like your own shop. But ask yourself, people. Why is it a youth who can be a doctor should be prevented because his mother is incapable to afford it? And when we say the next PNP government, the first in the family to get into university will be free, they ridicule us. But the government give up 14 billion to those who have land to sell and land to buy. Them could have give up 13 billion, you know? Because the children who me bundle from January 2018 still don't build back all now. And nobody have a problem with that. Nobody have an issue with say if somebody foot broke in a Port Antonio, them have to drive all the way to St. Anne's Bay to get it fixed. And when him in a hospital, for him family bring little food, them have to take the day off. If him the day at Port Antonio, them could have take lunchtime and go give him some food. But through him there we are St. Anne, what should be $500 is now $2,000. Nothing is wrong. We are concerned about who is in charge, and we are not concerned about the circumstance of our people. And looking on yourself, we are fighting for a nation. That's why it says, stand firm. We are fighting for a cause. I can't go back through this. Where you know if you have no letters behind your name. One time if you get a big work, you have to have letters behind your name, you know? From a university. No, you only need a letter with your name. From a political activist. And we're going like we don't remember that there was a lady unqualified that get a job. One Andrew gave her 13 million to come, and one Andrew gave her 13 million to leave. And when you talk about that now, you're bad mind. How can it be bad mind to say what is due to Caesar and what is due to I? Give it unto I. That those around us who put in effort, that put in time, that had ambition, that sit on them yard with degrees and top of degrees, that sitting in work 80 grand a month, are constantly being bypassed for those who support a political party. And then them say everybody is the same. You tell me the example of the same under the People's National Party. You tell me. I learned in Portland finally that when you're a politician, don't be a commentator. A commentator can't do nothing than comment and talk. A politician should just hold him vibes until he can do.
That's right.
Because when you become powerful enough,
Yes, sir.
then you say this is a problem and this is what I'm doing to fix it. But to just say this is a problem, that is the work of radio people. Yeah man, radio people just talk about problems. But you wait till you get in a position to solve it. So when I say we have a problem with those who get a blind society and those who don't, I was being a commentator. And I want to teach the commissioner of police the same lesson that I learned. Because all of a sudden it's stylish for everybody cause police. The commissioner, oh, the police force is corrupt. Well, if it corrupt, fix it. What's the benefit? What's the benefit of the Minister of Justice saying him tell police things and police go tell back people? What's the benefit? What's the benefit of everybody chastising the police? When I see police, I want to say thanks for your service. All of a sudden, police is bad. Police is bad. 2 police in an altercation. 1 good police kill 1 bad police. And we say the police force bad because of the bad police. Then why the police force not good because of the good police? And the government take it for make practice to chastise the police every chance them get. Everybody in here call the same police when we in a pressure. So if them so bad, why call them? Call guardsman, man. Nobody call them. And we have about six thieving politician. Labourite politician. And nobody is saying all Labourites are thieves. And cabinet must be disbanded. But one bad police, mobile reserve should be disbanded. Looking on yourself now, man. Our brother police, you know. Some of them are crook, you know. But some pastor are crook. Some teacher are crook. Any group of people that you find, there will be bad apples. But why is the commissioner of police joining in a cause police? And all he did was to announce. He never said, the police force corrupt and I'm going to do ABC. He only said corrupt full stop. Because the Labour Party feels that there is no police qualified enough to be commissioner. And when the last state of emergency ended, they were so Machiavellian that they remove and reduce the checkpoints. They never maintain the checkpoints. That's not a state of emergency. That can't be without state of emergency. Talk to me now, man. Because I use the anti-gang, you know. I mean, them forget these things, you know. Remember, I said so is just a different name. For unite for change. Don't make them take away your glory. Because if you don't tell them your pedigree, they will treat you like a mongrel. We have to start to claim. So when we hear them talk about there's no safe seat anymore. If there's no safe seat anymore, then we are going after West Kingston. None of them alone. We are gone. Where my name? Where name? Because they must say PNP or a JLP. Yo. Mike Henry is older than the word, and in the beginning was the word. We are going after him then. There's no safe seats anymore. Colonel Charles. We are going after him. Hardly sure there is no safe seats. So how come when we say no safe seat, all the PNP are afraid? If there is no safe seat, we are going for theirs. All of a sudden now we are going like say we are quail up. We are in the right. What we are fighting for is what should be fought for, and therefore we should be brave in fighting it. Me and them as a PNP children are switch and a turn Labourite. That means the Labourite children are switch and turn PNP. We are going for the Labourite children. All of a sudden, we are going like a quail up. All of a sudden, who is over there? This man who less. Compared to who? Now, Peter Phillips will never be as young as Holness, but Holness will never be as bright. Never. And in all his years, he has never been accused to be a thief. So if we want no corruption, choose the least corrupt among us. He has never been accused of having outside bank account in St. Lucia and other places. He has never had to come tell the nation, say him have to do carpenter work on his own house, that's why his house so big. Carpenter work, I can't see no picture. When me go over my yard, if me lift up 2 blocks, me take picture much less. So talk to me now, man. No, man, we don't do want no music because you distract me now. We want to focus on the fact that whenever there was change, Norman Manley bring political change. Universal adult suffrage. That's Norman Manley and the People's National Party. Independence. And some people have said they never want no independence. They wish them they under England. Under England, a black man couldn't work in a bank. No go on like history can be revised. When you go to a supermarket, you couldn't be in the front of the supermarket. Some of our high schools, people that look like us could not come. Including this one. We got independence because of the People's National Party. Michael Manley was carrying ideological change to tell you that I am not a backdoor boy. If the mind cannot believe, the man cannot achieve. You see when you think you're a backdoor boy, or when the front door open, you ask where the back door is. That's why they can't bother with me. Because when you sit down around the table, them expect you to take up the wing. Them expect you to ask to the back. But I am grabbing up the breast. Because I am no less than the breast. I am saying I am not better than no one, but no one. When you go home, tell your son, tell your daughter, make them look in the mirror and say, I am but a simple man, but simply a man I am. No one is better than I. But then when time you go in a bus, you give them the seat. Sit to the back of the bus. Because you're not worthy. Michael Manley bring ideological change. So when them say equal pay for women, is the first time women were known to be equal. You can't get equal pay if you're not an equal entity. Is equal entity get equal pay? So when we say woman say PNP, don't know for them. Maternity leave with pay. That's ideological change. Free university. That's ideological change. Land for the landless. Can you imagine? You are a squatter in the only country where can't deport you. So if the one country where you have to stay, you don't know where to stay, then what happened to you? And people have land, based on land for the landless. Operation Pride under PJ. So Michael bring ideological change. And PJ now bring infrastructure change. So me go play a little poker now, because he's a poker man. How come JLP build 2 roads and people are talking about JLP a road government? You match 3 miles with Highway 2000. You match Constant Spring with the South Coast Highway. There's no match. And the things that they're doing now, I go for the birth certificate of 3 Mile. It was negotiated by Portia Simpson. The loan was signed by Portia Simpson. So when I look on the birth certificate, Andrew Holness is not the father. But give them what they build and give us where we build. And every time them go 1 meter, we go 10. Under the People's National. No government build more road than PJ Patterson government. No government build more school more than people PJ Patterson government. Nobody build more hospital and clinic more than PJ Patterson government. Nobody build more house than PJ Patterson government. So when we go to road, we are go to road with evidence and bravery and facts. And then PJ now pass it to Portia. And Portia is bringing a kind of change now, social change. That is when the street. So when she give Peter Phillips the baton, it is to come and tell the people that we have to be independent to be free. So stop looking to work for people and start looking to work for yourself. Because when you drive a taxi for a man, you drive 6 days and get 1. But when you own a taxi, you can get at least 4 days out of it. But they want you to hear that. So Manchester people, we have 34 seats that I feel confident of. And we have 10 seats that we're going after too. So mash down any lie that the People's National Party cannot win. If the JLP is so sure, call it. Any political party we're sure for win. Call the election. Because we're sure. And then can't call it. Some comrades, see the signal. Waving in the sky. Reinforcements now are coming. Victory is now. When we say power, it's power to the people.
Mandeville Division.